Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of our new series on History Made Awesome. It's called History Lesson and Some Gamin. For this series, you guys know kind of what's going on. But for this series we're doing right now, for Victoria 2, for this gameplay, we're doing Spain, trying to make Spain great again. If you guys remember last time, we were in declare war on Morocco, but I kind of changed my tune a bit. One of the things is that if I declare war on Morocco, there's a very good chance that the UK will get involved. And the reason why I say that is because if we go to their diplomacy tab right now, we can see that Britain is trying to gain some influence over them. And if we get involved, especially with this friendly influence there, then they'll definitely get involved. So what I'm probably going to do is kind of stray away from that. So what I'm probably going to do right now, I've been kind of thinking, and I think I'm going to try to take back the good old colonies. And I'll explain a little bit at like how and why things went awry in that fashion. But yeah. So that's what I'm going to probably do. Also over here, we also need to make sure our colonies are secure, because there's a good chance that we can lose some of these colonies. So I'm trying to see how I'm going to deal with that right now. I might spread my troops out a bit. But first we need to build up a navy, because that'll be super important. And also, before I start the game, we are also trying to build up industry, and I'll kind of give a little bit of a detailed how I'm going to do that in a little bit. So before we get to that, so we're going to get there, but let's actually start the game so we can actually get there. So I'm going to send my navy to first get resupply, because they need, if they don't get strength, that would not be good. Let's build up our military in the Philippines. Let's get some cannons. Let's get some cav. Some hussars would be good. Okay. I'm going to send some troops over to the Philippines. Or should I not? I don't know. Or should it be a lost cause? I don't really know about the Philippines. Let's check to see what they actually give me. They actually give me a foothold in Asia, which is pretty cool. But do they give me any, like, infrastructure? Like, some steel? Fruit? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. I still don't know what I want to do with them, to be fair. I still don't know what I want to do. I should probably build some, I want to build some naval bases over here, so if I can, actually. No, I can't. I need a lot of things. But let's see what we got going over here. I could justify war against them. Chile. At war with Argentina. Mexico, how good are you? Your military is kind of crappy. Let's go to the ledger and let's check out Mexico. Mexico, 7.3 million. That's actually a lot of people. That's total pop. They have only 7 brigades, so we can actually take them on. So I'll start justifying war against. I'll let this go down a bit. Let's start justifying war against Colombia. Because can I actually? Let's go with this. We can liberate country, which will. What does the liberate country do? Let's hold up. Let's check that really quickly. So I don't know what I want to do. I can take maybe one state, but not multiple states. I mean, I think I could. I'll need to get troops over there first. So let's proceed with that, actually. And we need to start getting some troops for it. So I want to build up my navy, because one of the things we need to do if we're going to have a world-spanning nation is we need a navy. So I'm going to build a lot of transport ships, because we're going to get some troops a whole bunch of other places. Let's bring down our military spending a bit. Just kind of give us some more wages for our troops. Let's go to our. Actually, I saw something interesting on the population tab. Where's the which tab? Ooh, they're not getting any of their needs, which is interesting. I'm not really making them pay anything. Artisans. That is... Let's bring down this tab again. That looks like it'll make it better. We are still burning through money though, which is not good. Hopefully with these low tariffs we can hopefully increase that because they probably can't sell anything. Okay. So I need to split some of these guys up because we're going to go different places. Let's... I don't know. What should I do? I'll gain a lot of prestige. But I could also do this one, which will give me 650 research points. Which will make this go faster, which can help everything else. Let's take the science part. We need that science. Let's keep going. Okay, so some more troops, and so let's do this. So I'm gonna make. So this is gonna go to Spain. So create a unit. This is gonna go to the Philippines. Not Philippines. This is gonna go to the that's gonna go to a. This is gonna. Oh, sorry. This army is going to Cuba, which is gonna help fight in our war against the Colombians. So let's get that troop army there. So let's get you guys going. How many troops can I have here? 3 carry weight, and I have how many units here? I have 4. So we get 1 more over. That'd be great. And we should be building transport ships. So good. 1 transport ship. Good. Let's check on our budget. So these guys are still not getting their fair share. So you can't actually tax anymore, which is unfortunate. But it's closing the gap, which is good. So where is my first ship? Okay. Let's go to Cuba. I'm going to put the Philippines, sorry. Okay, so they should have an army, which is pretty decent. Some more Navy ships. So let's see, where is the ship at? Okay, good. Let's load you guys up. Almost done. See the other clipper ships. I want you guys to pick up these dudes and take them to the Philippines. So I'll send, let's see how many guys here. We have a couple guys. So okay. So let's then go you guys there. I got something in the mail. Okay, so their strength is almost 100%. Actually, the strength is 100%, pretty much. So let's sail these guys over to Cuba. Or, yeah, the Philippines. Or these, over here is perfect. Oh, well, I gotta get my navy selected. Should probably do that. Let's do that. Okay, boom. You guys are gonna go there. And I'll send my other soldiers here. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, 95%. Okay, so let's get our armies back to full strength. You're going to be crunching money, which is okay. you have taken a total debt of 25,000. So let's go to our. If we can get this one, we can get 25,000 pay off our debt, which would be awesome. What do I need though? I need. Oh, here we go. And we're almost gonna get that one. We're gonna get ideological thought after that. So. Okay. So we have our ships going over there right now. Okay, we've gained that casus belli, so that's awesome. Hopefully the United States declares war on Mexico, which they just did, which will be awesome for us. So they can declare war on Colombia now. Good. That's cool. Let's go for ideological thought now. That'll give us, hopefully, these other inventions that'll hopefully help us. Okay. Okay, so let's declare war on Colombia now. Acquire state. What do I want? I acquire more than that, but if in case I have to just like, so we can get Panama. What's the state? This is Acuelita. Acuelita would be pretty good because I can. Well, it doesn't really matter. Panama's probably better, but we can just kind of look at this infrastructure. Because you have the Panama Canal we could use. But there's some also goods here too. I don't really have the funds to build the Panama Canal, so I can always get it later. But Acuelita seems pretty good. There's coffee here, which we can use to benefit us a lot. We also have access to the rest of South America. So I think Alquita would be a good target. So let's do that. Let's declare war on Alquita. Yep. Proceed. Okay, so we now have declared war, which is awesome. Now we're going to send our troops forward. Sorry, wrong. Let's move over. Okay, so I don't think Mexico's going to get involved. Because... Okay. Okay, our troops are moving, which is good. Okay, so we've landed. Let's select these guys. You guys go there. Okay, so now we are now invading Colombia, which is good for us. Try to take some of those territories back. So everything's going very well right now. Sweden wants an alliance with us. Should I give an alliance with Sweden? I don't know. Because historically, Sweden and Russia do not get along at all. And I'm trying to remember if Russia and Sweden ever go to war within this time period. I know they did a bunch of times in the 18th century, but I am not totally sure in the 19th century. I mean the early 18th century is when they went to war a lot of times. I'm not sure about the 19th century. Who are you friends with, or who are your enemies? Let's go to relations. Let's go to Sweden. They're actually friends with Russia, which is cool. Netherlands and Kosovo. Prussia is not liked by France, which makes sense since they're the old enemies. Austria definitely, because they see Prussia as an upstart. I don't see why not. But it'd be cool. Sure, I'll take it. The more friends, the merrier. But I will not get involved in a European war because I don't have time to deal with that. Okay. So right now we are taking these territories, which is kind of slow. So we got more tax efficiency, which I really want. And combat medicine, army attrition will be -5. That's really good for us. Newspaper. Let's see. Oh, good. Coolio. Let's get that stockpile changed. Let's see. We are now, our top export is, what's our one? Our top imports are tea, paper, and furniture. Okay. Let's check on that so you can see. Okay, our middle class is still our artisans. Even though I've lowered the tariff a lot. It's not good. So we have a lot more poor people, I think. How much even is our middle class a part of our... Let's check on that. I want to see how much is our middle class actually a part of our population. So... There are 10,000 craftsmen in Spain. 40 have signed up to be craftsmen, which is good because we don't need artisans. And is this war with the Americans have ended? So it seems like if I go to the ledger right now, I would think that. Let's go to next. So Mexico had 5 brigades compared to our a lot more brigades. Plus, we probably have better tech than them too. Things are going very, very well. So we've got muzzle-loaded armament. A muzzle-loaded rifle is a gun in which projectile and propelling charge is loaded through the front end of the gun, in contrast to breech-loading rifles. Handheld rifles were developed in the size of 1940s, a recognizable form muzzled by the Kentucky rifle, Pennsylvania, the American long rifle, and the German Jaeger rifle. So it seems like we now have muzzle-loaded weapons. So we have things like the things that were used in the Civil War. So I think Denmark. Who are you friends with Denmark? Make a Nordic alliance with Denmark. Holstein, allied with Holstein. And let's check on relations. Who are you? Prussia. We should make a Nordic alliance. I like that. A Nordic alliance. Proceed. We are going to further the cause of science and actually. How is our militancy at? Our militancy is at 0.7. Let's further the cause of science. Good. So we've got that, which is awesome. Let's take out this army now. Good. Okay. Let's take their capital now. Sure, you can come in, UK. So we got more max focus, which is awesome. Yes, let's get this confiscation of the Mezabal going. So it seems like what this one happened in historical wise, the confiscation basically was during the Carlist Wars. There was a very large, I guess, mistrust of the conservative orders. So like the church being one of those conservative orders. Not everyone in Spain who was with the church during the 19th century was actually like super conservative. There was actually like a lot of priests and like trying to think, priests and people who were connected to the church, especially in Spain, who were actually very liberal and actually wrote a lot of liberal ideals like towards the Constitution of 1812 and other constitutional movements that would happen within Spain. But the little interesting thing they did is that they kind of, instead of just being like a imaginary thing that most people kind of think about when they think of like liberalism and constitutional rights and things of that nature, they actually kind of attach it to like a religious ideal, like something of the nature as that God, it's like in God's will to like allow for liberalism to be around. So pretty much that's kind of one thing part of it. Hi everybody, Future Eric here. I just want to go into a little bit more detail into the point I made earlier regarding the church's relationship with the constitutional and liberalism ideals that kind of going through Spain around the 19th century. So Scott Eastman, in his book, The Rise of Constitutional Government in the Iberian Atlantic World, the impact of the Cadiz Constitution 1812. In his introduction, he kind of prescribes like a very large overview of kind of like this era in general, but he makes some interesting points regarding the church's relationship with, or at least Catholicism's relationship with the liberalism that's kind of going on within Spain. One good example that he provides is a piece of a letter from the Bishop of Mayoquin, which is in Mexico, from Manuel, who's the Bishop of Mayoquin, which is in Mexico, from Manuel Abid Quipo. In his part, he says that likewise penned a pastoral letter that heralded the age of liberalism in the Hispanic world. Quipo recognized the values of a constitutional monarchy that retained the symbols and language of its Catholic tradition, reconciling enlightened governments with religious sensibility. And then Quipo writes, as where he quotes him, "Our patria, then, is the entire Spanish nation, and consists of the general association of all the inhabitants of our expansive dominions. through the sacred bonds of the same constitution, the same religion, and the same language. The great virtues of the Spanish nation are the defense of their religion and of their patria. And then Eastman ends that part by saying, trying to emphasize a sense of attachment to Spain. The bishop venerated the Constitution as the most liberal of its age. And then also kind of elaborating that more. There was also, just in general, like I said before, is that there's actually a lot of priests who, like Kipo also shows, is that there's a lot of priests who actually supported the Constitution. At the same time, there's also a lot of priests who actually leveled extremely harsh criticism against the old regime authorities, accusing the Spanish monarchy of having acted arbitrarily and oppressing the people. And Eastman kind of makes that note of that. So kind of interesting to see how it wasn't just a straight divide between, if you're a Catholic or someone who supports the church, you're pretty much just a person who supports the conservative order. What we see here is that's totally not the case. And just in general, we look at this time period within Spain, we see that there's not really this divide between people who are liberal and people who are conservative. There's actually a lot of gray area within those categories. So if you ever get a chance, read Eastman's book, and it's him. He's edited. He's the editor, and there's a bunch of other cool essays in there by other kind of fabulous historians who wrote on this stuff. So you guys want to know more, that's an awesome book for you guys to check out. So back to the video. So I will take advantage of that, and I need that money. So our militancy is going to go up a bit, which is not good at all. Which is not good at all. But we need the money though, so let's actually start. Oh, I need to probably start researching something. Army, no. Let's go to industry and let's work on that practical engine. Okay, let's start. So I think that's where I'm going to end this episode right now. In the next episode, I'm going to explain to you guys how industry was kind of started within the West. Or at least not the industrial revolution, but the increased industrial revolution of the West. And then after that, hopefully we take Colombia, or at least whatever's left of it. Because we're almost there, which is good. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned some new things about kind of history of Spain and also the Western world, or just the world in general. And I'll see you guys next one. So catch you later. Bye bye.